Traveling into avalanche terrain requires knowledge of snow and avalanche conditions, safety protocol, good route finding skills, and fast and efficient rescue capabilities by all members of the group. It also requires a specialized set of rescue equipment and, most importantly, the knowledge of how to use it in case someone in your group gets caught and buried in an avalanche. If you are buried in an avalanche, search and rescue by the other people in your group is your best and often only chance of survival. If you are going to be traveling in avalanche terrain, the most important piece of equipment you need to carry is an avalanche rescue transceiver or beacon. It is a device that is worn by each member of the group, and when turned on, transmits a constant signal that sounds like this. If someone in your group gets caught and buried in an avalanche, all other members of the group can then switch their beacon to receive mode and use their devices to home in on the buried person's signal to locate and then dig the person out of the snow debris. This presentation will give you a basic lesson in how to use the Backcountry Access Tracker 2 Avalanche Rescue Beacon. The Tracker 2 claims to be the easiest beacon to use, thus making searches quick and efficient. At the beginning of each season, always start with a fresh set of batteries. After installing the batteries, turn on the device by using the red on and off switch on the back. The device will beep and the battery strength will display in the battery power distance indicator window on the front. After turning the beacon on, place it in the chest harness that comes with the device. It should be worn underneath your outermost layer to decrease the risk of having it stripped off of you if you are caught in an avalanche. It is good protocol to check each member of the group to make sure their beacon is turned on and transmitting prior to heading out into the backcountry. To do this, switch your beacon to search mode and listen for the signal of each person. Remember to turn your beacon back to transmit and have someone check your signal as well. If an avalanche does occur and someone in your party is buried, it is important for all members of the group to act quickly and initiate a search. After 15 minutes of being buried, chances of survival decrease by 60%. After 30 minutes of being buried, 2/3 of victims will die from asphyxiation. Firstly, it is important to take necessary steps to ensure the safety of all. Prior to searching, you must assess the risk of setting off another avalanche. If possible, one person should be appointed to watch for other potential avalanches which may endanger searchers. All other group members must switch their beacon to search mode and begin searching in a quick but calm manner. To switch your Tracker 2 to search mode, simply pull down on the piece that reads "Pull to Search" at the bottom of the beacon. The letters on the display will read SE. There are 4 different phases of a search: the signal search, the coarse search, the fine search, and pinpointing. In this presentation, I will go over the steps for a single person search and a single person burial. The objective of the signal search is to locate an initial signal. This part of your search can be done the most quickly. Begin your signal search from the last seen point. If there is no last seen point, you will need to search the entire path. Make switchbacks down the avalanche path, no wider than 20 meters apart. Once a signal is located, quickly begin your course search by following the location arrows on your Tracker 2 device. The signal will audibly change to a quicker pace the closer you get. Continue to move quickly to within 10 meters, then more slowly until you are near 3 meters, always making sure the distance is decreasing. Distance to signal will be displayed in the distance indicator battery power display window. At 3 meters, begin your fine search. The objective here is to locate the strongest signal and achieve the smallest distance reading. Do this by waving the beacon directly over the surface of the snow in a manner called bracketing. Once you have narrowed the signal area down to its lowest distance, begin your pinpoint search. The pinpoint search involves setting up your probe hole and probing into the snow in concentric circles with each probe hole about 10 inches apart. Once you feel a positive strike, leave the probe in the snow and begin shoveling just downhill of the probe. Once the victim has been found, you must administer first aid and evacuate them as soon as possible. When you venture out into the backcountry, the last thing you want is to have you or someone in your group get caught in a slide. It is best to exercise caution and good protocol to keep this scenario from happening. Carrying avalanche beacons while backcountry skiing, ice climbing, or snowmobiling doesn't do any good unless you and the people you travel with know how to use them. Always ski with people you know will have your safety in mind as much as their own, who practice proper protocol and have a strong set of search and rescue skills. It is possible to ski safely in avalanche terrain. You must decide for yourself how much risk you're willing to take and ski with people who have the same risk tolerance or intolerance. Decisions you make as a group will determine the outcome of your ski day as well as those to come. Be safe out there.